Okay, class. So today we are going to start our chapter 2, which is MS Excel 2007 Advanced Features. Okay, we have already gone through MS Excel 2007 in the previous standard. Now we are going to learn few of its advanced features. Okay, which is on page number 13 till 17 on your book. But in today's class, we'll learn about cell reference in the Excel and sorting in Excel. That how do we use cell references in the Excel and how do we sort out data in the Excel. But before starting today's topic, it's very necessary to give you the overview of Excel, that what actually Excel is. Microsoft Excel consists of workbooks. Within each workbook, there is an infinite number of worksheets. Each worksheet contains columns and rows, where a column and a row intersect is called a cell. For example, cell D5 is located where column D and row 5 meet. The tabs at the bottom of the screen represent different worksheets with a workbook. You can use the scrolling buttons on the left to bring other worksheets to view. Here is a detailed picture of the Excel sheet shown on your screen. You can have a look. Okay? Now, so this is what Excel is. It is a set of worksheets. Okay? Our workbook consists of some worksheets. Each worksheet contains some columns and the rows. Okay? Wherever the row and the column meets together, where it is called a cell. Okay? A cell gets active when we are working in it. Few points which is very necessary to get clear. Now, moving towards our today's topic, which is cell reference. Now, class, what is cell reference? There are two types of cell references, relative and absolute. Relative and absolute references behave differently when copied and filled to other cells. Relative references change when a formula is copied to another cell. Absolute references, on the other hand, remain constant no matter where they are copied. So there are two types of cell reference. One is absolute and the other one is absolute. Relative and absolute. Okay. Relative में क्या होता है? Whenever you are copying the data from a relative cell, from a cell to another cell, what happens? It changes. It changes when the formula is copied to another cell. ठीक है? जब दूसरे सेल में वो पेस्ट होता है, तो जो है क्या होता है? Changes वहाँ पे occur हो जाते हैं. ठीक है? But in absolute reference, there is no changes. It remains constant. No matter आप उसको पूरी शीट पे कहीं भी पेस्ट कर दो. ठीक है? Here is a picture on your screen which shows relative cell as G2 steric H2. ठीक है? On the left top. Then mixed cell reference and then absolute cell reference. You can indicate it in the picture. Now, a relative cell reference as A1 is based on the relative position of the cell. If the position of that cell contains the reference changes, the reference itself it's changed. ठीक है? Reference cells में अगर relative position में cell में कोई changes contain करता है, तो reference will be changed. Whereas in absolute reference, cell reference as always refers to a cell in a specific location. If the position of the cell that contains the formula changes, the absolute reference remains the same. Okay? Absolute cell always indicates to a specific location. Either the formula is changed, the absolute reference will remain the same. Whereas in relative cell, formula will change. Okay? The data will change, but in absolute, the reference will remain same. Now, there is third type, which is a mixed reference. A mixed reference has either an absolute column and a relative row, or absolute row or a relative column, an absolute column. And reference takes from form A1, B1 point, and absolute row reference takes the form of A$1, B$1. अच्छा, अब mixed reference में क्या होता है? When the both types, जो absolute और relative forms है, वो दोनों मिल जाती हैं, that is called mixed reference. एक जो है वो absolute raw होती है, दूसरी जो होती है वो relative cell होता है. तो दोनों जब join होती हैं, that is called mixed reference. Let me clear it again. Reference cell, sorry, relative cell, when when the data is copied, it changes itself. Okay? Absolute cell, when the data is copied, it remains constant. And the mixed reference is whenever we are whenever the absolute column, absolute row meets relative column or the relative row. So these are the three types of cell referencing. Now moving towards today's next topic, which is sorting data. Sorting in MS Excel, sorting rearrange the rows based on the contents of a particular column. You may want to sort a table to put names in alphabetic order, or maybe you want to sort data by amount from smallest to the greatest. Okay. अब sorting में क्या होता है? You can arrange data wherever you want it and however you want. ठीक है. आप alphabetically उनको sort out कर सकते हो, आप उनको number wise sort out कर सकते हो, आप उनको ascending order, descending order में भी arrange कर सकते हो. ठीक है. So these are the things which is very important for the today's class, which was cell reference, three of its types, and sorting data. Sorting data में क्या होता है? As I told you, you can arrange it in alphabetic order or in the ascending or descending form.